Guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I am Nikki. I'm a homeschooling mom to an only child in 3rd grade. And today I have a special video for you. I am doing a Q&A so you can get to know me, but that is not all. It is also going to get to know my bestie, Ashley from Gathered and Grounded. We were supposed to do a video when we were on vacation together, and we just didn't get around to it. So we wanted to do it anyway, so we thought of this really cool idea where we can film together miles apart and still make a video. So you're going to get my questions on my channel and you're going to get her questions on her channel. And there's going to be a giveaway. Perfect time for the holidays to get some money or Amazon money. We're doing 2 gift cards. 2 $25 gift cards. So she's going to give away one. I'm going to give away one. How to enter is really simple. Head over to her channel. Make sure you're subscribed. Hit that subscribe down below on mine as well. And then you're also going to want to comment on both of our channels. Let us know if you like this style. Let us know what you liked about the video. Your comment is what is going to enter you on both of our channels. So don't just comment on mine. You have to head over there and comment on hers. Then we're going to have a link in the description box where you can enter your email. This is going to help us contact you if you win this giveaway. She's going to be doing it on her channel as well. So you'll have not one, but 2 opportunities to win. A giveaway is a giveaway. Check it out. So hit that subscribe button. Let's get into our Q&A. Please let us know in the comments if you like this type of style video, and let's just get started.
So, Nikki and I met on YouTube and just never stopped. Like, we just started talking one day and never stopped, right?
No. No. We met on Instagram, actually.
Oh, on Instagram.
But from YouTube. Like, I saw you on YouTube and messaged you on Instagram.
And I responded, which I do.
Oh my god, I was just, from what I can recall, I probably just bugged the crap out of you until you became my friend. Because I knew we were like-minded individuals. I'm like, I need a girlfriend. Like, we were like filming the same videos. We'd be like, not even like intentionally, and we'd be like having the same things go up like every week, and I don't know, we just had very similar styles and stuff. So
yeah, and we still do that to this day. Like, we don't talk about what videos we're filming, and then they'll come out on the same day, the same video.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. So, we like finish each other's thoughts.
Pretty wild. And our daughters are friends. Our daughters became pen pals during that too. We wanted them to like practice writing to each other. And so they were building a friendship as we were. And so
the funniest part about that is that like I had almost like begged my kid to do it at first. And then once she like started, they only literally had maybe a handful of letters in the last like year, but we talk every day. So like but they were like instantaneously like we all ran to each other at the airport.
Yeah, it was like we've known each other forever.
Right. It was so wild, but it was so good. Anyways, you can start.
All right. So we're going to do 10 homeschool questions and then 10 personal questions.
Yeah.
Which resources have been the most helpful in your homeschool journey?
So like you, hands down, Homeschool Planet. I love that I can wake up on Sunday or Monday morning and just like print, and it automatically loads my entire schedule, what I'm doing, because it's lesson plans right into the system, and it's all just like boom, boom, boom right there. Now I do use one that isn't even on Homeschool Planet, so I do like write them out and spend like an hour every however many weeks and just like write them out for like 10 weeks, and then like I'm done for 10 weeks. Mm-hmm. Like for Good and the Beautiful, for instance, like they don't give them the rights for their lesson plan. Right. So I add them in, but that's literally the most out of that I do. And it's amazing because it keeps me on track, I feel like, which I wasn't a planner before. Like, I hated planning because I'm more of like a open and go. But then this year it turned it all around. And so I needed something, but now I'm kind of back to open and go. But it's fine because I still need something. We also use Kittl, which is like Google, but for kids. It's like safer. And that has been really helpful because she's been wanting to do a lot of research. And I've been so afraid for her on what she's going to Google and what's going to come up in the search. So Kittl was a big blessing this year in our homeschool, and Prodigy Math. I feel like that helped her. It incorporated games, and like she really enjoyed that. We don't do it anymore, but it really got her going with math, I feel like.
Yeah. Kittle's good. No one talks about how important like internet safety is, and I never hear like people sharing those resources. So that's a good one.
Yeah. She hates it because every time if there's like a certain thing, like sometimes I have to like approve the website, and I'm like, no, just go on Kittl.
Right.
But yeah.
Cool. What is your all-time favorite homeschool curriculum and why?
This one's a tricky one because I feel like I don't love any of them. To the extent where I'm like obsessed, like I have to do it.
Yeah.
There are definitely things that I pick out of all of them. So I don't feel like there's one where I'm just like cover to cover. I love everything in it. But I asked Molly what hers was, and she said Math with Confidence. And that makes me want to vomit because it is not mine.
Oh my gosh, I love Math with Confidence.
Okay, like it's good. There is a lot of good. But even today I'm like, oh, we're not doing that. And we skip it. And it's like, there's just certain things, or we skip a lot of the like games because like even she doesn't really want to play them, or we're not in the mood by the time we get to math or something. So
it's a lot of activities.
There's a lot of activities.
Yeah.
And we do some, but not all. And the way the teacher's manual is laid out for me is just very difficult to have to jump back and forth sometimes because they don't always give you the directions again to a game that you played like 10 lessons ago.
Oh, they're like, play this game again, and you're like, right. What?
And I'm like, what? Because we didn't play it the first time, so we're like, crap. So it's definitely intended for the family who likes those things. And like you didn't know there was a picture section. Like I don't use it either. So, but I think she would really like it. So maybe I should, I don't know. But she likes math, or she enjoys it, even though she's very frustrated when she does it. So I'm like, are you sure? But otherwise I would pick Moss Sauce. That would probably be my pick because the stories are just like chef's kiss in that book. I mean, they are just rich, but I hate the price. Hate the price. It is not worth the money. It is literally a reader. Like, yeah, it's a reader in a textbook form. Like, that's all it is. And because it was probably for like public schools, like that's just where they priced it. And like,
yeah.
But I love it. I don't love like the workbook though, so we don't always do the workbook, but we always read one story a week, and we really enjoy it every time we read it.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
What are some tips for new homeschooling parents that would make the transition smoother?
So like my answer was kind of your answer, just to simplify. Don't buy all the shiny things, and really just take a pencil and a paper, figure out where your kid's at, because I think a lot of people jump in thinking their kid's at a certain point, and they're really not, because either they came out of public school and they're like behind, or behind what they think they should be at, and it's like, so figure out where it's at. You don't need a curriculum. There are tons of free resources even, because I think a lot of things people think about price, and it's like you don't have to spend a ton of money to get good curriculum. Like me, this year we're using the Good and the Beautiful's free PDF language arts. I don't love them. I love that it's all done for me. I just open it, read it, and we're done. But it's free. Like, I didn't have to purchase the book. And I didn't want to because I didn't know if we were going to stick with it. So that was partly it. So simplify, and like you could totally cut your costs down and utilize good free resources.
Yeah. Do you think that most people think homeschooling is expensive?
Yes. And I wholeheartedly thought that as well when I started.
Yeah. Yeah. And there's so much free stuff. Like,
and
so
we
much.
Still bought like all the stuff because we thought it wasn't good enough. But if you really look into some of the free stuff, like the free stuff is still good. A lot of it is still really good.
Yeah. So don't do what we do.
We don't even do that anymore. Now we just buy books.
Yeah, right. We've stopped buying homeschool curriculum and we now buy books. So.
Or we'll check out each other's stock before we go buy it now. Hey, you got this over there? Are you going to sell that?
The odds of one of us have bought a curriculum or have used a curriculum are very high at this point.
High. Yeah.
So just send us a comment or message if you're curious, because I'm sure we've used it or bought it.
We've got a library.
What is your favorite reading program for early readers?
So we use Bob Books too, but then we started out, which I don't even think they do it anymore. It's called something else, but we started with the Good and the Beautiful Primer K, which was like the before kindergarten, but like in the middle from preschool to kindergarten. So I don't know if they have that specific or if they named it something else. But that was so repetitive that I wholeheartedly, truly believe that is what made her this extremely good reader today. I mean, she reads at such a high reading level. She reads full on, like, she could probably read a regular adult book. Like, she reads everything in our textbooks, never really has any issues. And that was the Good and the Beautiful. I mean, they really drilled in the vowels. They really drilled in, like, the sounds, the flashcards, and stuff like that. And then, we jumped into Netflix, and they had Letter Factory on Netflix. So combined with, like, those two things between the sounds and, like, the repetitiveness that was in the Good and the Beautiful, and it was colorful. So at that age, it was like grasping. It was like, I want to do this. I want to put something and match things with these cute things and cut out these cute things and color these cute things in the curriculum. And I think that just made a big difference.
Well, I want to buy it now. They do have it. It's called Kindergarten Prep.
Yeah, it's so good.
All right. Okay. I'll trust you. And see, this is my problem. You say something and I'm like, I want to buy it.
Yeah, same.
Okay, so anyways, which science curriculum has worked best for your homeschooling experience?
None of them. Zero. Zilch. We still don't do science.
Yeah.
That's the problem. Like, it's so hard for me to like science because I was not a science person. She's not really a science person. But I tried unit studies. Like, I like the new revamped Good and the Beautiful units. I think they simplified it and it's not as crazy. But yeah, I mean, we liked Apologia for a little while. I loved the experiments, but the reading was intense in the textbook. So I have not yet to find a science where I'm just like obsessed with.
Yeah. That's how I feel about history. And it's
I think
it's a personal, but I think it's personal. People always say history's not boring. Well, you know what? It is to me. And so,
It's
like,
very boring.
it is, well, it is, and I get people like it. Like, I like science more, so I think that's why I may have an easier time, like, connecting with curriculum, but like history, I'm just like, I can't. So, I don't know.
Well, and
I'll figure it out.
history is her jam. And so I'm just like, ugh. Like, she literally brought up like a current event, like American history book, and she was just reading it. And I'm just
Just
like,
loves it.
who are you? Like, you are not my child.
She's the best. That's who she is.
Yeah. She's interesting.
All right. Which homeschooling community or support group has been the most helpful for you?
I mean, besides you, like, YouTube really got me the knowledge that I needed to feel confident. I didn't necessarily need a group in person right away. Like, I had some local friends who decided to homeschool at the same time as I did, so we kind of like had things to like meet up and do stuff with. But yeah, I like YouTube was a big one and Instagram was a big one. But I don't have that like big group and I don't like them like you do. So
Yeah.
I stick to that, and now I mostly just stick to our conversations. And I have a few other like YouTubers that I talk to, and we, share feedback and stuff. But yeah,
It can be overwhelming too. Like, I think when I answered, I was like focusing on the negative side of it, but then also, even if it's not negative, there's just like an overload of information. Hence why we both buy so many things. And so when you like narrow it down, you're not like as impulsive.
Well, and I feel like a lot of people always comment on my channel saying that they love how like raw and real I am, because I'm not up here like, do this, and then I'm like, I'll come back on and a week later and be like, never mind, exit out, like, don't do it. And like a lot of people won't give that feedback because they'll think that they're coming across as like inauthentic because they're coming back on their word, or they're only going to review it if it's something they've done for a long time. And it's like, that's not how the world works, whatever.
Yeah, I agree. What are your favorite homeschooling books or guides for parents?
What your third grader needs to know. They do it for every grade, but I think until 8th. I could be wrong, maybe 6th. But if you're starting out, this is amazing because it has every single subject in here in what they need to know in that grade. So you could pull stuff from it. If you know it's not in your curriculum that you're using now, you can add that as an additional thing to learn. Like the Amazon River, I know I should just use this for my science or whatever that we're not doing.
And you can, right?
Yeah.
It's full curriculum. Like, you can use that.
It's full things. Like, it's basically like a book, and you just read through the sections you want to read. That helped me a lot in the beginning.
Yeah.
And I buy them every year, and sometimes I don't use them, sometimes I do. There's another one, I forget what it's called. It's like home learning or something.
Mm-hmm. Year by year, like home learning year by year.
Yeah, by year or something. And that one's literally in one book they go through the years.
All the grades. So like the basic skills, right? Yeah.
Yeah. And that's helpful when you're feeling a little lost.
Can you share your favorite resource for incorporating physical education into your homeschool routine?
So we're like you, we use YouTube a lot for that. Sweat Kids or I don't know, there's like a dad, who gets on there and makes hilarious videos with his kids. And it just like, she's like laughing, but she's also like working out at the same time. And it's so funny to watch her.
That's cute.
This guy's like great. And like, so she loves she's like wants to be on his like shout out wall and everything. Like, it's so funny. Or like, we have things in our park district that offers like a gym class or like an open gym. So we go do that too.
Oh. Can you recommend any subscription boxes or kits that have enhanced your homeschool?
No, because I have the same ones as you, but they haven't enhanced my homeschool. They make it wild and messy.
They
And
enhance my homeschool.
I have a better chance to go to the Dollar Tree and buy some like crafty something and make our own like sensory bins or like anything. Like when we did Moving Beyond the Page, that's where I took her to get our like project stuff to represent for Poppy. So like she could pick out a million craft things and just do whatever she wants. Like she's got hot glue gun and she just goes to town. So I would much rather do that than spend and like have boxes that sit in my closet and not
not use it.
Yeah.
Which homeschool friendly field trip or outing has been the most memorable for your family?
So I asked Molly this too because I was like stumped, and she said her favorite was when we went to the St. Louis Aquarium and she got to feed some stingrays, and she put her hand in the thing and the fish that eat your dead skin.
The little ones?
Yeah.
Ew.
Mm-hmm.
She loved it.
She loved it, and it was so disgusting. I'm like, oh my god, wash your hands, do something. Like, that's so gross. But there was a lot of hands-on at that aquarium, and we did that with me and my mom and her, and we had a good time.
All right, we're switching to personal questions now. Time to get to know Nickie. Name a few things you're grateful for in your life that is not an easy answer like family.
The internet, for sure. Because if we didn't have the internet, yeah, like we'd be sad, lonely lives. I don't know, but the internet has everything. You can Google, you can do whatever on the internet. You can learn how to fix things in your house. Yeah, the list is endless. Virtual groups. So, I don't know if I've ever said on my channel, but my husband's a recovered alcoholic. And so I met some of my closest friends through virtual recovery groups, or one in particular. And so without that group, I don't know that I would be who I am today. And that I probably wouldn't have walked into an actual group in person and had that happen. Like, it's just a different, unique experience and life-changing for me. And lastly, cameras, because I am a picture freak, and I'm that way because I suffered a lot of loss in my life. And so when you lose people at such a young age and you don't have any new pictures to take or to have or to find or see or look at, it gets sad and it gets depressing. Mm-hmm. So I don't want to ever be short. I want to have a million things to be able to look back on and have those memories.
Okay, so I do have a question for that. Because I was just thinking about this. Like, what are you going to do with all these pictures? Like, are they just going to stay on your phone forever?
I don't know. Like, I save them in like a Dropbox, and my mom has actually gone through and like done them, like saved them by year. I mean, eventually I want to go and like highlight, especially for like Molly. I want to go back and do like a book for every year and put all the highlight like things in them. I just have, that takes a lot of time. So
a lot of time.
But that's like my goal for by the time she turns 18 and moves out, or hopefully moves out. Or not. I mean, she can stay here. Fine.
That's cute. That'd be like a cute like graduation or like moving out present, because then she could take them and have them at her new place.
Yep.
That's cute. My nose itches. Hold on. Sorry. All right.
You're itchy. I'm coughing.
All right. Funniest prank you've done, seen, or been a part of?
So you already know this one. But like 2 years ago, no, like a year ago, I decided to prank my husband on April Fool's for the first time ever. We've been together for 15 years, so for me to do it was a big deal. And I went on my author profile and told people to text my husband about inquiring about llamas for sale, and gave them his phone number. These are friends, so it's not like, I just did it to random people. And they did. And some of them went to the extent of creating like personalized memes with his name and like a llama and like his phone number. And he was like flipping out and thought like someone had put his information on the internet and had no clue it was me, until my dentist, who was like the only local person of mine to text him. Well, her phone number, because she's a dentist, it like displayed on Google her like name. So he knew. And he knew it was me. And he was so mad. So mad because I pulled it off. I pulled the most epic prank off, and he was mad. Now we laugh about it, and now he gets a ton of llama gifts. To this day, yes. Mm-hmm.
That's the best. That's funny. That's a good one. It was good that you pulled it off,
Yeah, we needed something, light and fun because we were out of recovery, and we're healing together, and like, coming, I wanted to do something different. So I did, and I pulled it off.
And you could talk about it for like years later. Like it's such
forever. He's so never great. Ever living this down. And Molly will probably buy him a llama every year, something llama. Yeah.
If I get a farm and have a llama, I'm
yes.
Just for the memory to live on.
Uh-huh.
All right. What makes you laugh the hardest?
I'm so easy to laugh around that I feel like all my friends, like, we just laugh. Like, that's what we do. We laugh at anything and everything. My husband, Jesus, he makes me laugh too. Dad jokes. That's all he does. Every day, all day, dad jokes. Or he's sending me memes. Or like funny book memes of like wives reading and stuff. Like, yeah. Good time.
What is something that you asked for Christmas?
Same as you. A Kindle. I have a Kindle, but it's about 13 years old or 10 years old or something.
Oh my gosh.
So it needs to go. I need like a better Kindle and a smaller one because it's ginormous.
Yeah. Yay, so we can read more books.
Uh-huh.
How do you incorporate self-care?
I for sure carve out time for myself. Whether that's going to Zumba with a friend or my mom, or reading, writing, going out with a friend for dinner. Filling my cup in those ways is, to me, self-care. It doesn't have to be like taking a freaking bubble bath and all that other stuff. Like, yeah, I like to be around people, so that helps fill my cup or be in my imagination. So.
It's important. Your favorite thing about yourself?
Physically, my eyes.
You have physical.
You can't see it on camera, but I have like hazel eyes with specks in them.
Can I just say, every book we read now, because they would say they have specks in their eyes, and I never really like paid attention until I saw your eyes, and I was like, oh, that's what they're talking about.
Which is crap, because I've never met anyone else who's had that in their eyes but me.
I have it not in real life. You're like the first person.
Yeah.
So like, why are they all saying
a bunch of lying authors? But I also have an ability to like make people feel comfortable and like come out of their shell when we're around. Like, I will talk to you because I want to know you. I want to like bring you out of your shell. So like, I went on a trip for a couples retreat, and like they said I was, the greatest thing that came because I literally like made everyone laugh, and like we were just all like more fun together. It was just fun. I bring that out in people.
It'd be like impossible, I think, to have like a bad time with you, or to like be awkward. I don't know. Like it just would always be a good time.
I get quiet, and when I get quiet, I'm either tired.
It's quiet time.
I'm either tired, and I have to be dead tired, or I'm uncomfortable because I am in a setting that's making me uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Or I'm just not having a good time. So quiet is your like telltale sign. Because I am not a quiet person. Like, no.
Yeah. Makes sense. What is your favorite TV show?
Don't laugh, but Virgin River. It is the
I don't even know what that is.
But like, if you read books that we read, Virgin River is up your alley. But yeah, I mean, it's a river that people live in the town of Virgin River.
We went there. You know we were there.
Okay, but it wasn't that place. But yes,
okay,
we did go to
like there in real life.
Yeah, but it's totally not. It's like in Canada or something.
Okay.
But yeah, it's just a drama, like romance kind of show. And the morning show, because I love Reese Witherspoon and I love Jennifer Aniston, and they are like bosses, women bosses in this show, and it's so good. And Steve Carell was in it for a period of time. Like it's good. It's good.
What is your favorite movie?
Couples Retreat, hands down.
Oh, you're just like Nick. I hate those movies.
Vince Vaughn just makes me laugh. Like, I don't know what it is. Like his mouth, he just like he's able to just spew things out of his butt, and like it all comes together. It's like he's like Kevin Hart. They just like they ramble and they're just funny. And like I don't know why, but me and Josh saw that like a long time ago when it first came out in the movie theater, and like that's just been our movie. Like we just laugh. We still laugh at it. It's like we know the words. We have like inside jokes from it, and like yeah. I have a long list, but that one tops it.
Do you like funny movies?
Don't ask me my favorite book, because I can't.
I'm going to. What is your favorite book? I want to know. What is it?
I
idea. Well, I know why you started loving reading. What books got you into like reading and writing?
What?
50 Shades of Grey.
Oh yes, so that got me into reading and writing.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't care for the erotica part of it. Like sex scenes make me bored. Like a lot of times, because I'm just like, okay, it's too much. Like
they're repetitive. They're
But loved the storyline. Loved the the storylines, and so that book, like Hunger Games, and captured me in. Like the Colleen Hoover, Ugly Love is still on my mind. And there was another one that I have to like, the Frida McFadden book is pretty up there for me too, The Never Lie. That one was there's so many. I mean, so many good books in the world. Like you can't just pick one.
Yeah, if you're like a reader, like a favorite doesn't exist.
Well, that's like people, as an author, people would be like, what's your favorite? That's like asking me to pick my favorite child. Like, you can't ask someone to just pick one. Yeah. So then I go, I have a favorite series, because I've only really written one series. So, like, it's easy for me to, like... It's easy.
A default answer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Is there anything you want to change in your current life?
Be more zen and not have high anxiety, so that I'm not like translating that onto my kid and adding to her own personal anxiety, and like creating like a bigger bond. Like I am such a fun person to be around, but I feel like she doesn't always see that side of me, because I'm more fun with hanging with my friends than I am with her, I feel like. So like I know I hate playing, but like being a better playful mom. And just kind of adding little things in there, or just like better bonding where we're not just like watching a movie, or like we had so much fun doing crafts and painting, and like I just need to incorporate more of that before like she just grows up and it's done.
Well, yeah, because then it like turns into like changes how you bond with them, and like you're not cool in their eyes.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's fun. So enjoy the painting while they'll paint with you.
Or I won't enjoy the painting and I'll just smile through it.
Yeah, like I can't play the games. Like I can't. I'm like, you don't want me to play games with you. I will be the most miserable person here. But I'll sit and talk to you. But like, I'm not gonna hold a Barbie and like do it. I can't. Like, it's just physically like, not in me.
No. And that's so weird, because like that's what got me into writing was Barbies. Like I have that imagination, and I played with Barbies till I was literally like 12 years old.
Yeah.
Like I was carrying Barbies on CT buses to like my friends' houses and stuff, like garbage bags full, you know? Like I was hardcore into Barbie. So I have that personality. I just couldn't bring it out when I had a kid. My mom was like so shocked. She's like, "Oh my God, I thought you'd be like on the floor playing Barbies." And I'm like, I can't talk to myself out loud anymore.
Yeah, well, and I'm just like, so like, I'm not my kid's friend. Like, I have no interest in being their friend at this point. Like, when they're older, definitely. But I have like a very hard line. Like, I'm not your friend. So it's like that I don't cross into very often either. So.
Yeah, you gotta build on that though, to make them want to be your friend when they're older.
Well, yeah, but we have to go through some stuff before I'll let that wall down.
Yes, agreed.
Yeah, they'll hit a certain level. I'm like, I can be your friend now, but until then, it's gonna be sometimes because
Well, that was fun.
Yeah.
If you like seeing these things, like where me and her are doing these like joint things, let us know on her video, on my video. We'll do more. We plan to do more anyway. But like your feedback is encouraged and helpful. But this was our lovely Q&A to get to know us better. And yeah, I'll see you in my next video, but like subscribe and all that junk down below.
Guys.